Okay guys, so I'm waiting on parts, so I figured I would take these valve covers off, check my gaskets, and just kind of clean up in here. You can see we've got somebody's trying to build a nest or a home in here. So we'll clean that out. A lot of people think this is a difficult job getting these valve covers off, and it really ain't. All you gotta do is get your coil packs out of the way. And they're held in place by a few of these bolts right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hardest one to get to is back here. And I just use a long extension with a swivel. Seems to get it off. You got a bracket right here that holds the heater coolant lines right here. You get that off, and you got to unplug your main plug that hooks up all the coil packs. You got to unhook a few wires that are attached to it. The fuel injection harness is right here. It's connected 2 places, so you got to take that off. And basically, once you get all these bolts out, this coil pack will lift out as 1 unit. So this really isn't that difficult. I got 1 bolt left here. And once all the bolts are out, all the plugs are unplugged, everything's unhooked from it, all the coil packs can just be lifted off and out. So really simple thing to do. The driver's side is pretty much the same thing, same bolts, except for you got this huge harness that goes over top of it, so it's a little harder to get this one out, but it still isn't bad. And for some reason I've got another wire here connected. I think this vehicle or this truck has had a remote start, because there's this straight green wire that is that's attached to these coil packs that I'm going to have to unattach somehow. Okay, so I've clipped that odd wire. I have no idea what it's for. So this should come out now. Like I said, I don't know what this wire, this has been added. It must be, I don't know if it's a security system or remote start or something. Okay, so with the coil packs out of the way, you can really see the valve covers now. I'm going to clean up all the junk that's in there. So when I do take these off, I don't have a bunch of junk that falls inside the motor. There are 4 bolts on the center that hold these on the motor there. And I'll just zip them off. Oh, you got a few hoses on there. They got one over here, and you got one over here. Right here. This side, same thing. 4 bolts. I'm going to clean it up, and we're going to get these valve covers out of there. Okay, so while I'm in there, I pulled out all this gross insulation on the back of the firewall. It's just held in by clips, plastic clips, but it's nasty, so I'm just going to take it out. This is just material for mice to build nests with now, so maybe I'll replace it with a nice mat or something, sound deadening mat or something, but as far as I'm concerned, this is junk. Okay, so you unhook your hose in the back there, give it a tug, break the seal, and this should be able to be wiggled out. If you don't get your... Okay, so my gasket is actually stuck to the head here yet. So we're going to pull that off without knocking trash in the motor here. I think I'll just get a new one for it. And I'm going to do the same exact thing over on the other side. Well, not bad for 260,000 miles. Pretty darn clean looking to me. These covers have probably never been off since this motor left the factory, so I'm going to clean them covers up. We'll get them all cleaned up as good as I can here. Okay guys, so I got my valve covers all cleaned up. They turned out actually pretty good for how old this is, and this is a Wisconsin truck. So I'm going to get these back on the truck. First off, you're going to reinstall your bolts into the deals, and there's a rubber grommet type thing. You just want to put them in there, use the bolt to pull it through, and you're going to have an area where it doesn't want to go through. I just take a little screwdriver and gently push it down in there to get it to seat, and then you can turn it around. You'll know if it's all the way seated. And then when you tighten them down, they'll crush in there. But that's all it takes for these. Actually, that one just popped right in. And that one popped in. Now it's time for our new gasket here, and pretty sure they're the same on both sides. You can see it's got little dips in there, and there's dips on the valve cover, and then you just push it in the groove. It's kind of more like a big O-ring than it is a gasket, but you want to push it in the groove really good, because you don't want it falling out while you're sticking it on the motor, because if it falls off and you get a gap there, you're going to have a leak. So this one's ready. I've already got the other one on. We're going to drop this one on, and we will have a sealed motor once again. Okay, so I got it on here, and 8mm socket is what you need for these. They're not very big bolts, so I'm not really going crazy with them. Cranking them down. I'm starting in the center and going to the outside ones to tighten them up, kind of like you would a head. Obviously, you got to clean your gasket surface on the motor too. You want that squeaky clean when you put this on. And I got my PCV valve. I'm actually gonna get a new one here. Forgot to take that to the auto parts store today. This one's 260,000, so we'll get a new one. I don't think they're very much. I got to go back and get the EGR valve gasket anyway. They didn't have that in stock, so. Okay, so on this side, got this side bolted down. You got your oil fill here. This extension just screws on just like the cap. You could actually put the cap down here, but I believe they put the extension on there to help you fill the motor with oil. And I got my tube hooked up. So these are ready for the coil packs to go back on top. And again, they just bolt on. Make sure you plug them all in, otherwise your engine won't fire back up. quite a difference from when they come off. Okay guys, I got a few more parts for the truck at the auto parts store. I'm gonna do an oil change on it. I got some new spark plugs again while the fenders are out. They're gonna be easy to replace. I'm gonna do all this off camera, so I'm gonna end the video there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.